I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just making a quick video here. And this is just to describe kind of a situation I went with the tech billionaires. And I look a little bit different. So here's something you have to keep in mind. I look way different, like on my tech for some reason, because they mess with my cameras. So I look different, like my teeth are crooked, more crooked, and they're not really like that. And also just my dimensions and everything. So it looks off when you compare it to my actual account. And this should not be an issue. So the picture like doesn't match. But anyways, for identification purposes, I've kind of had a run-in with these tech billionaires for quite some time. And these guys have continuously bothered me. They've tried to steal my assets, and I do have something akin to the valuation of.
Just so you know, we're closing in about 15 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. I do have the evaluation of something that is akin to, multi-trillion dollar value. For various reasons. One is that I have gene monopolies. Another one is that I have a universal pentagram in my head, which is an artifact or you can call it a modern artifact or whatever you want to call it, but it's an artifact. It's in my head, and I have ancient language on a universal pentagram with eyes inside of it that are like essentially conscious, and it like speaks to me in an ancient language. And to me, this is not faceted in my imagination because I've never seen ancient Aramaic before, seen that. And I don't necessarily know what the language means, but I'm like, I'm willing to learn it and develop it and try to view my pentagram that I have in my head all over again to, interpret it and so on and so forth. So I know I can bring it up because I know what it looks like. I had the real life events of like being at the house, at a certain person's house while I went through this, and I have that person as a witness, but I also have various testimonials that have to deal with the fact that people try to take something from me, but I can talk about it extensively. So anyways, there's on this pentagram, it's like a continuous series of interchangeable permutations of language. And this is in ancient Aramaic, and it's like it's conscious and indwelling, and it is, staring back at me, curious into something. And so that is to be explored further. So besides that, I do have telekinetic ability, and this is another thing that was found out about me, that they, as I cycled through Paravision, and nanotech was being big to me, and I was taken through these things. And these guys, part of the reason why they wanted to do this is that they made it seem like the math was put on Elon Musk's head or someone's head, and in fact it belonged to a connection that I had with a particular someone, and the math was that this connection was steady, or they tried to get certain parts of my brain activated where I could do certain things. So that's part of like this whole conspiracy behind this, is that has happened. These guys are basically trying to screw me out of this. This is not going to be another Nikola Tesla. They don't want a bunch of guys who are really nasty and treacherous are going to rise above. I already have all of these guys trapped in math problems. So while they could say whatever they want, they could try to make a comparison that I'm working in a lumber mill, and that somehow because I'm working in a lumber mill, you can take advantage of me. That's just not how things are. I'm actually a very well-educated person. I'm very defined, and there's part of the reason why I am working in a lumber mill is because they try to do things like give me temporal muscular dystrophy, diabetes, trying to mess with my testes. I have broken bones in the job because of what they've done in my feet, in my hands, and that already is a lawsuit from my company to all of those guys. So that's another thing, and then I have a whole bunch of lawsuits from me to them. And this is at the tech billionaires, and then possibly it's also like at the Rothschilds as well. So there's some various things that have happened here. Two of the Rothschild lords did attack me here in the U.S. This has been admitted several times. They brought up several times. The names were mentioned. And I'm sorry, but at this point, there's no way that you can just say that, their names were mentioned, and then you can try to reason your way out of it and say, no, the names were not mentioned, but they were mentioned multiple times, but everyone has conflicting parties and conflicting interests or conflicting opinions. Even if you all try to side against me, I'm still going to have really strong points against you, and the inferences as well as physical damage to my body is going to be enough to surpass all of these supposedly insurmountable odds that you have claimed that I am trying to traverse. So I don't really have any forgiveness for what you've done for me. I want you to receive capital punishment for the things that you have done. So I will push for that. In any case, the Rothschilds have, and possibly the Rothschilds and the tech billionaires have misrepresented me before the Windsor family, and tried to get them to believe certain something, and they tried to claim that I'm violent and other things, and they tried to set me up. So this is not something you're going to be able to do. I'm too well versed in all of this to be outsmarted by people who have very lowly mind states as that would try to screw someone out of their, out of their natural aptitudes that they have, and also trying to steal my very livelihood, who I am, away from me, just to try to give it to someone else who you think they are more worthy. I assure you they are not. And also the person that you're trying to give this to, all these things you're trying to give this to, that's what Scatterby is about. I have a much higher valuation than they do, and not to mention my IQ is a lot higher as well. So I don't have any problem at all explaining myself in this regard. I will be able to have all the proper, precise arguments and proofs in front of me. Don't ask me questions as I'm doing this, and do not sit here and bother me on this. You're not allowed to tap into me and do these things as I'm explaining myself in a video. So I'm sorry, but I will come out victorious in this. I do have the endurance and to withstand all of this, and I have all the wherewithal I would need in order to accomplish things. And the funny thing is, I would hardly need anything. A set of business cards and some speaking on social media, and I can tear your whole argument apart very easily. So. Yeah, you guys are potentially guilty, all of you, of high treason. So, and I do believe that, and I am going to follow that. And this is, I'm not suggesting it's a crime, but you guys are guilty of high treason for impersonating me, and also impersonating the Windsors in my mind, or also to me, and then in relation to how all the other interactions happened between all the other families. So this is going to be a pretty terrible something. You're probably going to see two big royal families duke it out. That's what I'm guessing here. So the Windsors and the Rothschilds might fight it out. And apparently, or as far as I've been told, they're probably close friends. But in any case, yeah, there's a lot of people that are going to go down in this. There's plenty of people in the military, there's people in Paradivision, people in Black Projects that have attacked me and tried to steal my genes. There's like geneticists from Jekyll Island that tried to attack me. You put a cartel on me from Mexico. That would be associated with terrorism. So I don't think the Windsor family wants to be associated with that. The Rothschild family, on the other hand, I'm not so sure they really care. So in any case, yeah, I can sit here and debate and do all these things very accurately to the T by myself, but I still have a ton of witnesses because a lot of these types that you consider to be lower levels, they are all people that you have admitted to me that you would screw over before. Did you really from Star Wars? You did try to sterilize this individual, or you did on multiple accounts state that you tried to do this, and you've also made a bunch of death threats against this person. So I don't really have any tolerance for this, and I don't have any understanding. I think it's really just ridiculous the way that you acted. These arguments are not going to help you the other way around. You've also tried to sterilize me multiple times. You bragged about it. You laughed at me. You basically used death threats against me. And it's not going to do anything. All of your families here in the U.S. that did this, you'll just go away. So probably quite a few of you will receive capital punishment. And I'm thinking that there's a lot of you that are guilty of attempted murder, grand larceny, stalking, and harassment. So you're really not going to have an easy time with this. There's also promotion of prostitution that you guys have taken part in, and that's why I'm making these videos, because it just so happens that I got swept up and was involved in all that stuff, and now I'm here to essentially try to get you prosecuted. Yeah, so one royal family is probably going down in this, and then a lot of the 10 billionaires are probably getting quite clean off the face of that. But yeah, this video is mostly just to talk about how high treason was involved in the series of crimes that was instigated during these processes. This is before all the procedural measures,